Hey guys, it's Ryan from Arcade Nova, and I was gonna make this video a long time ago, like when Star Allies came out. Kind of irrelevant now, but whatever, I still love Kirby, so I'm gonna make a fucking top 10 Kirby games video. So I want to make this fairly objective, but you know, obviously this is my list, so sorry, fucking your favorite game's not on here. So this is only gonna be main series games, as in like the main series platformers. Like the Kirby Wiki classifies like Mass Attack, but no, fuck that. There's not going to be any of this, no this, and unfortunately, no this. But anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so topping off the list at number 10 is going to be Epic Yarn. Epic Yarn is kind of okay. I mean, it's fun. It's really kind of slow. It doesn't really feel a lot like Kirby. It's really a unique take on Kirby. It's done by, I believe, the same team that did like Yoshi's Woolly World and all that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is, right? It's a good feel, right? That is. But yeah, it's fun. It's cuddly. It's cute. It's really slow, but I mean, Kirby's not typically super fast. I mean, the action boss battles are pretty pumped, but not so much in this game. But it is a really creative take on the series. It's a welcoming addition to the franchise. So that's about what I've got to say about Epic Yarn. Number 9 is 64, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. A lot of people really like this game. I'm a fan of it. It's you know, it's a game. Of course, the primary appeal of this particular entry into the Kirby franchise is that there's like item combinations, and some of these are really fucking cool. Like there's one where you like fucking have like Kirby's fucking turns into like a giant fucking like alligator fucking guy thing with teeth, and yeah, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. There's like a giant fucking laser beam one. But it's also, again, sort of like I said with Epic Yarn, it's really fucking slow. So, I'm not a fan of that. Alright, coming in at number 8. I almost didn't even include this on the list, but I felt like I kind of had to. And that is the original Kirby's Dreamland for the Game Boy. Honestly, this one should be on the list because I actually do prefer this to both Crystal Shards and Epic Yarn, so there is that. So yeah, I mean, obviously this was the first game in the series. It didn't actually have copy abilities yet, so that wasn't introduced until Dreamland 2, but even without copy abilities, though, the game really sort of stood out amongst other platformers at the time, particularly because of the inhale mechanic. Still kind of just introduced the character of Kirby, a few of the locales and enemies and such and all that fun stuff, and it's just a fun, like, 40-minute game. It's a fun game though, so it's fun. Alright, number 7, Return to Dreamland. This was sort of the beginning of this sort of new age Kirby Renaissance kind of thing going, where I would have called it a trilogy before. Wait, that is a trilogy, right? No. Now with Star Allies, it's a quadrilogy. I don't know if that's actually a word, but ever since Return to Dreamland, the games have kind of been in this same sort of style. From this game onward, we had the return of ability movesets from Superstar. Essentially, in Superstar, each ability had like a full-on smash moveset, more or less, and they finally brought them back in this game. For some reason, after Superstar, they dumbed down all the abilities again, so they were really basic, but yeah, now in this game again, they're much more fleshed out, so that's awesome. This game also had the arena, as well as other post-game content, cool collectibles, as well as super abilities, which in some of the other games are replaced by various things, but it was like basically an accumulation of like everything good that Kirby had previously done, and they added 4-player multiplayer, and it looks good, and it's really like a celebration of the franchise, and it's fucking awesome. However, they didn't really nail it, in my opinion, until Number 6. Kirby Triple Deluxe. This is where they took what they did in Return to Dreamland, and now Return to Dreamland is kind of looked back upon as like, okay, it started doing that thing, but now it's sort of like Return to Dreamland is kind of like the normal one. It's sort of like the blueprint of where the series was going to be headed. Now at Triple Deluxe, you've got these cool collectibles known as keychains, and like everything about this is like an appreciation of the series. Nostalgia bombs everywhere, awesome Kirby fun all the time. But they added the fucking keychains. It's like so cool. They would have like various sprites from the Kirby games, from older games, and they would even like demake, like for example, Magalore from Return to Dreamland as a 2D sprite, like as if he was in one of the older Kirby games, and it's so fucking cool. I mean, this is Kirby had always done this. You know, Kirby always reuses the same characters, the same enemies, the same blah 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 blah, music blah 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 blah, stages blah blah. But this game felt really special, particularly with the keychains, and also, I mean, it kind of had this thing going where you like, you know, there was the 3D stuff where you'd kind of hop into the foreground or whatever for a little while. That's whatever. It's not really, I don't know. It's just overall, it's a really solid Kirby game. Okay, coming in at number 5. This is the one I was talking about. It was originally number 10 and swapped with Epic Yarn. But yeah, I decided to swap those because I think, you know, while Amazing Mirror isn't my personal favorite, it is one of the more ambitious, experimental Kirby games in the series. And also, it's also sort of got this interesting thing going on where it actually wasn't developed by HAL Laboratories, rather a team within Capcom known as Flagship, who had previously worked on these games for Nintendo. But yeah, I mean, it is a really interesting game in the series. They kind of made like an open world-ish, Metroidvania-ish Kirby game. And it doesn't entirely work, but the fact that they even tried is so cool to me. And there's like 4-player multiplayer. It wasn't quite as like streamlined as Return to Dreamland. You know, you had to fucking link the Game Boys and stuff, and you weren't all there at the same time. It was more of like, you go explore this area while I explore this area, and then boom, we did stuff together. Or you're not really together, but you can be together because you can be with each other. But yeah, Amazing Mirror. It's a really cool game. Again, not my favorite, but it is a really, really interesting entry to this series. So that's that. And here is number 4, Kirby Star Allies. I'm actually surprised I ranked this as high as I did. I made this list a while ago. I'm not sure if I actually still agree with this entirely, but okay, I don't give a fuck. I'm rolling with it. Star Allies is a good Kirby game. Yeah, it's again sort of following the footsteps of Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe. Now they have Star Allies. Ah, man, I think I would have swapped Triple Deluxe and Star Allies. I don't give a fuck though. I'm not professional at all. I don't care. If you're watching this video because you wanted professionalism, well, fuck you. You're not getting it here. So, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, Star Allies is a pretty good game, and they kind of did another thing here where they added Dream Friends, which is more, you know, nostalgic Kirby stuff, where you can now play as like all these fucking crazy characters from Kirby. You can play as Marks from Superstar. How fucking cool is that? I mean, that's really the only notable one. He's the coolest one, so who cares what the other ones... Oh, fucking... I mean, they have new ones coming out, too, that aren't out yet. We're still waiting on the Dream Friends pack with, Dark Meta Knight, DeRoach, and Adeline. But yeah, Kirby Star Allies. It's a good game. It has some issues. It's really fucking short. And for some reason, the last world is, like, super long, while the other ones are, like, normal length. Maybe a bit shorter than regular Kirby worlds. Generally pretty good though. The post-game content wasn't as good as some of the other ones in my opinion, but it still holds up as a pretty good Kirby game for the Switch. So if you like Kirby, you like the Switch, you gotta do that, and yeah. Number 3, Kirby's Kirby's, I think it's just Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland. This was a remake of Kirby's Adventure on NES, and it really made that game kind of fucking, like, not worth going back to, because this is a remake in every single fucking way. It's got fucking better graphics, better fucking everything, really. I mean, it's kind of the same game, but it's a lot prettier. Cool post-game stuff. And they just kind of gave Kirby's Adventure the modern Kirby snuff, you know. Although I think it still retains like the original abilities and how they worked for the time. I might be wrong in that. I forget. I don't know. But it's a damn good game. Kirby's Adventure, I mean, you really could have been either one on this list. Like, even if the remake didn't exist, I probably still would have had Adventure placed here because it is such a classic entry in the series. It was the first console Kirby game. You know, it's got a lot of things going for it. It's a solid title. You should play it. It's like $12 on fucking Game Boy Advance. It's a good game. Now we're getting into the top dogs. I mean, you could have considered, you know, whatever number this are top dogs. But number 2, Kirby Planet Robobot. I think, you know, we're kind of getting into expected territory here. But whatever. Kirby Planet Robobot is fucking awesome. Everything I said about Triple Deluxe, and they did that, but they fucking, like, you get to ride a mech. And that's fucking awesome. They basically made fucking Kirby... Like, they basically turned fucking Kirby into Gurren Lagann, which is fucking cool. So, yeah, I mean, essentially it's Triple Deluxe, but they kind of have this more, like, futuristic robot theme to it. And I was really hoping that the 4th entry into this Return to Dreamland quadrilogy, as we're gonna call it, I was hoping it was also gonna have another theme. I was really hoping that they were gonna continue that route and just kind of, okay, we already set a foundation with this style of game. Now we already made a couple normal ones like Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe are kind of traditional. Let's just fucking make like cool themes now. If we got like Pirate Kirby game, that would be sick. But they didn't fucking do that with Star Allies. Whatever. Planet Robobot is fucking better than Star Allies, anyways. Primarily for a lot of reasons, for that reason, but especially because the post game in this fucking game is fucking amazing. The bosses you fight, oh my god, it's good. It's good stuff, especially if you're a Kirby fan. If you're a big fan of the series, again, this series has fan service all over the place, and I'm not talking about anime titties. I'm talking about like cool ass fucking Kirby bosses, refights and stuff like that, and like fucking cool mecha versions of like you get to play as fucking Kirby in a mech. Like, that's fucking awesome. But yeah, also, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, the keychains that were in Triple Deluxe, they kind of swapped those collectibles out for stickers, which you can actually place onto your mech, so they're not just like things that you look at in the gallery or something. You can actually put on stickers onto your Robobot. So yeah, that's really fucking cool. Last but not least, obviously, because it's number 1, because that's how countdowns work, Kirby motherfucking Superstar / Ultra. I'm going to count them as one, because, yeah. But, I mean, if there's only going to be one, then Superstar Ultra, because it's literally the better game in every way. Like, it's pretty much just Superstar, but with fucking updated shit and, like, more content. This is the best fucking Kirby game, like, indisputably. Like, you knew this was going to be number 1. There's really no way... I don't know what to fucking say about this. Like, if you know about Kirby, you already know that this game is fucking amazing. It's got, like, it's a bunch of, like, basically Kirby mini-games, quote-unquote, but, I mean, like, one of the fucking games is literally a remake. Like, one of the first fucking games you play is a remake of the entirety of Kirby's Dreamland 1. I mean, it's a little bit shorter, but still, fucking Spring Breeze is literally Kirby's Dreamland 1. Superstar Ultra is fucking awesome. There's like a fucking Metroidvania one, kind of almost. I mean, not like Amazing Nerds, kind of like different. It's fucking cool because you pick up like the items and there's like all Nintendo references. You get like a screw attack and like a Triforce and shit. It's dope. But yeah, this is the best Kirby game. I don't really even know what else to say. It's just the best Kirby game. But yeah, thanks for watching my video. Goodbye.